Welcome, welcome. How's it going, everybody? We are back again this week, doing more colony art. With me today, I have Charles and Holly. If you guys want to say hello.
Hi there.
That was acknowledgement of existence, so I'll take that. But yeah, finally working on the mother tree today, and it's gonna be hype. John Nelson over on the YouTube channel says, been a minute since I caught one of the streams. Wanted to say I'm really excited for this setting and the science-focused design approach you're taking with this world as well. M. Young says, could you try drawing me into a princess? No. So, Perp, you want to take us through what your ideas are for today?
There's a big tree that needs big paint.
Yep. Fair enough. Accurate. So, this is a section of the lore revolving around the Mother Tree, which was introduced at the end of Movement 5. Or, excuse me, Movement 3. And she is a central figure within the Sakuta's mythology. And I don't want to give too many spoilers just yet as to why, but you'll learn. I'm sure as over the course of the next few weeks as we get this art finished up, you'll probably take a guess at like how she ties into it all. But I'll keep it secret for right now. So, I did want to give a shout out to on Blue Sky this week. We have had some very interesting developments. Well, you know, Holly, you should probably start with the April Fool's thing and like tell us about the how that whole thing started off, and then I can get into how it leads into later stuff.
Okay, yeah, sure. So for those of you who aren't familiar, I work on a project with Red Star Games. It's called the Dora Nainui. It's a Bionicle-themed tabletop role-playing game. And every year, for April Fool's Day, we always make something that's a little outside of the box, maybe not quite canon to the Bionicle universe. And we wanted to start branching out just a little bit for these April Fool's Day productions, really. I can't even really call them jokes. To make it very clear to everyone, RSG's April Fool's Day projects are always actually playable in the Dora Nainui game. So, this year, we decided to do something that's based on a Lego line called Galador from 2002. Which, it wasn't particularly financially successful in its day, but it's actually really quite interesting. There's a lot of storytelling behind it, a lot of effort that was put into it. So we decided, hey, yeah, let's showcase this, show off some of the better things and better parts that came out of it. And my husband, Jack Fan One, did a wonderful impression of the main villain from the story. His name is Gorm. So our whole setup was that, Gorm is sending a transmission from the setting of Galador, the outer dimension, and maybe it's finding its way into perhaps some other universe. And
then,
rather, yes,
oh,
rather
oh.
unexpectedly. Oh, what were you gonna say, Bear?
Oh, I was gonna say, and then like theoretically that other universe is the Bionicle universe, which is how it all ties into the Dora Nainui concept.
Yes. So, rather unexpectedly, on Blue Sky, we actually managed to get the attention of Matthew Ewald, who played the main character of Galador, Nick Bluetooth. And now, Mir, I'll pass it over to you.
Oh yeah, so the same day that Matthew Ewald liked that post from them, I realized, oh, I haven't followed RSG for a minute. I should probably go do that. Well, I haven't been on Blue Sky lately enough to be able to go and like follow people who I should follow. Is how I should phrase that. And so I went over on there and I followed the Red Star Games account, and then a few minutes after that, Matthew Ewald liked one of our posts talking about one of the more recent streams that Charles did. And I was like, well, that's crazy. And so I went and shot him a follow too, because I like following artists that I like, and he's a very prolific actor. Been in like over 100 movies and TV shows and such over the years.
Yeah.
And then just I want to say it was like late last night, he followed back. So it's very surreal that as far as I'm concerned, a fairly high profile actor, at the very least a very prolific and passionate actor, even if the show that he was in I wasn't a huge fan of, I still respect like the work that everybody did on that show, because it was a lot. It was really impressive for what it was back then. And so to have to have him following us and just knowing that Colony even exists has been a very surreal thing the past few hours.
Yeah. Like, it's an honor, really.
Yeah. I still
can't believe it.
It's very, very cool. And of course, like, you know, we have folks who, like, you know, Gianni Matragrano, I have nothing but the utmost respect for his work as a voice actor, and all of everybody, you know, no matter what level of profile, or you know, caliber you want to say of talent that we've worked with on this project, I heavily respect so many of them. And so like to see that the passion that we've been putting into this project is, you know, maybe not paying off financially right now, but it's paying off in this way that's like people see the kind of work that we're trying to put into this, like they're understanding the vision, and they want to follow along with it. That's cool. That's just very, very heartwarming to me. So yeah, it's been a cool day on that front. A lot of other stressors going on aside from that, but that's been cool.
Yeah, it's really, really exciting just to see that people do care about what we're doing.
Yeah.
And of course, a special thanks to all of you who are here watching us live right now.
Who have
appreciate you very much.
Been following us, like some of you folks have been following us since the beginning, and like I just, it's been amazing, like seeing the hard work that all of us have been putting into this, and this like crazy fever dream brainchild that I came up with years and years ago, for like turning into something that's like, you know, a really cool community of creative people coming together for the love of creativity. And I love that. That is amazing to me. So thank you all for being here. I noticed that a few tangents ago, John Nelson over on the YouTube channel said, been excited for this project, Keshanar as a D&D Egyptian mythos setting. That sounds cool. The Templin Institute stuff, unfamiliar. And Rick's Creations world, also unfamiliar. So many amazing projects that have appeared in the last half decade. Well, I'm definitely... I have heard of Keshanar. I haven't heard of the Templin Institute or Rick's Creations, so that is stuff that I'm gonna have to go and check out. Thank you for giving us a little homework to go and look up more creative work. Always excited for it. I know I've plugged him before, but there's this one guy. He's making like an alt history. Maybe alt history is not a great way to phrase it. It's a fantastical expression of the pre-flood myth world. It's called Dead Gods. I can't remember who the name of the channel of the guy who's making it, but his work's amazing, and he's like interpreting this whole idea of like Moses, or sorry, not Moses, Noah. He calls him the shipwright. He's not outright called Noah, but he's named the shipwright. And he has been visited and told that there is a catastrophe coming, and he's got this mission that he's supposed to accomplish, and he's got to go and collect all of these other individuals from across this world, and it's about all of these interactions with all these different individuals and all of these different creatures. He's interpreted it so that way there's like dinosaurs and dragons and stuff that like theoretically gets wiped out after the or during the catastrophe, the flood event. It's very, very fascinating looking at his stuff. Dead Gods is great. And he the way that he does his formatting is very different from the way that we do ours. He is very much like he does an edited down version of like of his art time lapses. So everything that he is working on just gets released as he's commentating over the time lapses. It's very, very, yeah, it's great. I love the way that he does it. It's very similar in the vein of like Monster Garden, if you guys are familiar with him. He's the guy who redesigned Dwarves. That really popular one where they look like metal insect kind of folks.
Don't think I've...
Another great project. Highly recommend Monster Garden. Monster Garden also, their Discord channel, I was a part of it for a while before my old account got hacked. And it was another like one of those environments that I've been, trying to flourish with the Hex group of just people could share their world building projects, their art projects, whatever, and it was just a very wholesome creative space where people could like discuss a lot of that kind of creative stuff. But it was a lot more traffic heavy over there than it is over here, because they that guy has loads and loads of community members now. So yeah, it's
as for us, like, I'm under the impression that our Discord invite link has only just started working again, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is probably the case. Speaking of, thank you for reminding me, I have not posted that in the YouTube chat yet for this stream. So if you guys haven't come over to join the Discord server, we hang out in the Discord chat live on all of these live streams, so you can come over and hang out and chat with us through that chat as well. Yeah, Yolf, that's the guy. Yeah, I love that little guy. But yeah, if you come and hang out in our Discord server, if you're creative and you want a place to show off your work, please by all means come and hang out. And we've got a little show and tell channel that you can just post all of your creative work at your heart's discretion. Ooh, this is already shaping up, Perp. Oh my goodness. So, I'll give a few little details about what Perp's working on right now. This is this little winding river that's moving towards the perspective is a river of sap. And it was made by the mother tree. She bled her sap to create this river that runs out of her. This that concept of like of a river is like heavily talked about I'm sure that with the Song of Origins and the way that it's written, some of you have already picked up that I have a Christian background, and I wrote the scriptures of Colony to almost be like a King James version of the Bible, at least approximation to it in linguistics. And in the Bible, during Genesis, they talk about rivers a lot when they talk about Eden, which is a little bit of a like I reference a lot of those kinds of things with Colony lore, along with a bunch of other origin stories and like creation mythos. Like obviously trees are a huge part of creation mythos usually, and so like I had to include a tree somewhere in it, and that's what the mother tree is. And the mother tree kind of fills a lot of different roles that a lot of a lot of other mythoses express. Like there is, just biblically, there's the tree of life, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. In Norse mythology, there's the tree, the world tree. Oh, shoot, I'm blanking on the name of it now, but I believe in Japanese mythology there's trees, although I don't know if they're necessarily tied specifically with the creation myth within Japanese mythology. But I think that speaks a lot to the human psyche of just kind of hearkening back to the Joseph Campbell way of thinking of like that there are monomyths that are informed by the collective human subconsciousness, and that for whatever reason we as humans interpret trees as being these sacred entities that harbor change and disruption and sacredness and divinity. And I wanted to capture that in Colony. I think that Colony is the perfect way to express that kind of thing. So Cheese on the YouTube channel asks, what did you think of the artwork that I've put in there? I love seeing you put your artwork in there, man. It's cool to see you working on 3D models and stuff. At some point, I do want to... I've been, talking about 3D work. Holly, do you, as kind of our resident Blender expert, do you have any suggestions on where I might find really good tools for learning 3D?
I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of tutorials online. Just like, okay, so to give a little insight, I learned how to use Blender on like an internet forum back in it would have been like 2013, 2014, where I would just send screenshots of a thing that I was trying to make, and then a more experienced Blender user would like give me critique and tips on how to create certain types of shapes. So I've come to understand that the way that I learned Blender was not typical. So yeah. Whenever people ask me like, how do I learn Blender? I just go, tutorials online. Yes.
That's fair. And to also be fair, that's kind of how I learned Logic. I don't have any formal training in Logic, or I don't know any specific YouTube channel that I know that I would go to that I learned Logic. Every time I ran into a roadblock, I just Googled it. So
yeah.
At least you had like kind of a bit of a mentor of somebody who cared enough to give you tips. That's cool.
Yeah.
And how about you, Per?
keep up with him, but he's kind of disappeared into the ether over the years.
Ah, gotcha. Perp, how did you, like, get into like, illustration and drawing and stuff like that? Like, where did you start getting your digital skills?
Well, you see, back in the fabled year of 2019, the lead artist prior to me of RSG left for personal reasons, and I was the guy that was left.
Ah. So you just picked it up out of necessity then?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's fair. Sometimes just getting... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just sometimes you need that. You need a fire under your ass, even if it is not the one you expected to find.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You had done art just in, like, pen and paper mediums for quite a few years prior, is that right?
Oh yeah, I've drawn traditional for, like, since middle school, I would say.
Excellent.
Yeah. Illustration has always been around, but the focus towards digital didn't really, like, go into full force until, I would say, 2019.
Well, I for one am very, very glad that you picked up digital artistry, that the circumstances kind of demanded that you do so, because some of your artwork really does just, like, spark insane imagination. Like, your talent shines through immensely. You have such a wonderful eye for just catching very, very cool moments, and the way that you incorporate movement and blur, and it's just super expressive. I love your art, dude. It's so good. I remember, I want to say it was like 2021 when we had James funding some of our stuff for the 2 days a week that I could get you guys to sit down and do art with me in the mornings. I remember there's one day, because those mornings were very, very quiet. And a lot of the time we were all just listening to our own music while we were all working on stuff. But I remember there's this one day we were all working on stuff, and you were like, okay, I'm done with this piece, and you posted it, and it was the one, you named it Bonk, and it was the termite just whipping a club around and just smashing an ant in the face. And both me and Matt took one look at it and just died laughing. We were crying laughing at that for a solid, like, 5 minutes before we were like, that's really good. We gotta move on, though. Bonk. That was such a good one. Just the... and it wasn't even, it was comedic just because of just how visceral and, like, perfectly, like, you could just feel the weight of the club just hitting the guy, and it was such, like, a perfect out of nowhere, just everybody just dying laughing about it. It was so fun. I also remember on those mornings, there was about... Because that was about 6 weeks that I was able to get you guys for that. And for about half of those mornings that I was working with you guys, I would wake up at like 4 a.m. Because of the time difference. And you guys were Matt was 2 hours ahead of me. You were 3 hours ahead of me. I would wake up at 4 because we would start at 8 Perps time, 7 Mats, or maybe it was 8 Mats time and 9 Perps time. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we started early for me. And I remember I would wake up those mornings and both of those days I would have to drive my roommate to work. And he was always complaining about how he was hungry in the mornings and he never had anything for lunch, but he'd never felt good enough to eat anything for lunch. So it was just like, it was all just a whole thing. And so I was just like, I'm tired of hearing him complaining. I'm up early anyway. I cooked that dude breakfast. I cooked him a breakfast sandwich every morning for like 2 months. And I'd pack him a little snack for lunch too. And he was still just an ungrateful douchebag to me. I can't believe it. And I was doing that, driving him to work, coming back home, and then working for 7 hours on top of that with you guys. Man. Never being nice again. Ever in my life. I'm just gonna be mean. Cheese on the YouTube channel earlier when we were talking about 3D stuff was saying, though it's better to try and fail than not to do it at all. I agree with that, 100%. I will, at one of these days, I'll trap Holly and a few of our other 3D friends in a call, and I'll just get them to teach me Blender. Just give me the crash course. I've done it once for a meme.
So what you're gonna do is gonna set that thing to puree.
Then you're gonna put your fruit in. And then bam shabam, you got a smoothie.
If it's taking a little bit of effort, I would recommend either milk, like a whole milk, a skim milk, maybe an almond. Try to wet the fruit down so that way it blends easier.
An excellent recommendation, sir. Thank you much.
For recommended cleaning, I would say once you have the thing emptied out, maybe either just like put a little bit of water in there, spin it once, it gets all the gunk off the blades really quickly.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. I've never thought of doing that.
Yeah.
I usually just throw it in there because I when I usually use a blender, I'm using like I have a magic bullet, and so
Okay.
and so like with those, you can just like put a cap on, and I just put some water in there, and I shake it up and pour it out, and then I just leave it in the sink until I'm ready to do a full clean on it.
Yeah. And then afterwards, you hit that bitch with a subdivision surface.
You bring the Gaussian blur down, and then it just smooths everything. Yeah, that's what Gaussian does, right?
But you see, that's only like really applicable in the compositing side, and at that, you're already done with the food.
Ah, I see.
We have fun here.
We do have fun here. This is looking awesome, Perp. Holy crap.
It is.
There's something I just adore about trees. I love trees, man. There's this giant Douglas fir just behind our backyard. There's actually a couple of them that stand like almost side by side with each other, and I just love going out in the backyard and with some headphones on and listening to music. I just love staring up at that tree. It's so cool. I completely understand why Tolkien was like, yeah, trees are people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Treeple. That's it. That's how he sounds.
Yep.
Treeple.
I need a name for a man who's a tree. He's got a scraggly beard. By God, I've got it. Tree ants. Oh no. Oh no. So when we were talking about like way back when we were fleshing out uh, the lore and the culture of the Terra, one of the things that we talked about was they have kind of become uh, they have gained such a knowledge of the way that trees grow that at this point, when they go to do expansions on their burrows, they know which are the right trees that are ready uh, to be inhabited, and for them to clear out from the inside and make their expansions and all that. And it was really cool because we used like tree shepherds, like shepherds of the forest kind of stuff, the way that Tolkien expresses it, and that was very fun to get into, like that, just the different expressions of the importance of nature and the way that the Sakuda are beginning to learn more about the way that they interface with nature. And when Fun in our Discord chat says the tree ants, I presume you're talking about weaver ants, the ants that live in trees and they drag leaves together. Or leaf cutter ants, I think, is the other name for them. They bind leaves together into these like big domes that they turn into their colonies, and I've that will be happening. That is definitely something that we've been mulling for some time. But in the current geological area that we're focusing on, they're not there. They don't inhabit those regions. So that will be something for a future expansion. But yes, that is something that we've discussed at length. Tree ants, yeah. I got you, Yolf. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Ooh. Are the I love the way you're spreading out all the different Sakuda here. Their different placements. Are those the Sikau on that little dune over on the right?
Yeah, current right.
Love it. Oh,
now it's left.
Technical
right.
left.
They're over there.
Over yonder.
Wander over yonder.
Yeah. A lot of there's so many cool species of insects that lend themselves very well to the vision of what Colony is at its core, which is taking those behaviors of nature and then translating them through a fantasy lens and a cultural lens. I love it. It's so cool. see. Cheese says, fun fact, there are trees that drop fruit that can kill me. What are toxic trees that are harmful to animals that try to eat them in the setting? I mean, there are certainly, like, chemical compounds in a lot of different fruit that can be harmful to different kinds of animals. I don't know of... This is one thing that I've been, like, trying to, like, get more centralized information on. That it's not very well known of, like, different species of trees and flowers and such that are harmful to insects, but they're definitely out there. I remember there's this one time I was at Insect Fest in Tucson, and I was, like, asking somebody who was, like, a lead on, like, researching different plagues or diseases of, that harm different types of insects, and besides the obvious with, cordyceps, there's, like, as far as diseases go, there's only a handful of, like, really specific diseases that go around in, like, ant colonies and things that really harm them. And they're few and far between. And I thought that was interesting. That there's a significant lack of, like, sickness and stuff around a lot of different species of insects, like, and I suppose that kind of seems par for the course in my book, because a lot of insects are just a lot of eusocial insects, especially, and not necessarily just eusocial insects, but especially eusocial insects, because of the way that they adapt evolutionarily at exceptionally high speeds. And, like, because of how small their form factors are, they're able to make these small adjustments to their environments much, much, much faster than humans can. Humans, like, can adjust to an environment, but they don't evolve to adapt into an environment at the same rate as insects can. And so, like, there's a lot of times when, like, there's things that you think of with humans and other animals, like, you know, other larger species, that they just get sick with different things. That those kinds of, like, commonalities just don't exist within the realm of insects. They don't have the same proclivity for illnesses and diseases that we do. So it's very, very, like, having that said, it's kind of cool for us to, like, find some of those occasionally where it's like, ooh, this could be a cool push for the setting, like, within a specific context of storytelling, and it's very, very fun to discover those kinds of things. And so, you know, with that said, in relation to, like, the different fruits and stuff, I don't know of many, I don't know of many fruits that a lot of insects would have problem eating, because a lot of them are either just eating the cellulose or the sugar, usually both, so I don't know. And then when is Silksong? I don't know. I'm not Cherry. I'm not Team Cherry.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong
legally 2025 as of now.
Looks like we have some newcomers in the Discord call. Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey, Jade.
Hi. Is this tree? Is this literally me?
This is
She's
you.
literally me. Yes.
Yeah.
My tree wife.
Yes.
Tree Sona.
My tree
The
Oh my
tree
god.
soda.
It is my tree Sona. Let's go. Let's go. Love
we were talking a little earlier about how I'm gonna have to, like, come down and hang out for like a month with you when we get to
Oh.
recording the Song of Law.
I know. I read some of it and I went, "Oh my goodness! I'm gonna have to do a lot of chatting."
It's a lot. I'll make sure.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to buy you dinner every single day we do one of those.
Big preach.
Yeah, I got you.
Mainly so I'm fed, so I don't get offended when you go, "No, I didn't like your tone on that one." I'm like, "I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me do it again."
Wow, prima donna, you want me to do that again? Wow.
I will slightly tweak the way I roll my R in Asatari. I apologize.
That I will admit, I am a little pedantic about that. But it's like one of the few things that I'm very pedantic about.
You actually were not. You were not a diva about it. It was pretty easy. The only thing that irritating was that the quiet rooms in the library weren't that quiet.
Oh god, that was a nightmare.
It's all right. We got through it though. I said,
Yeah.
I was like, we can do it.
So yeah, instead of me going down to hang out with you to get the lines, I'm probably just gonna bring you up here for a month to do it. How about that?
Isaac, babe, I have a job. I can't just come up and do tree lines for him. As much as I would love to. I know. Responsibility. It's a lot of responsibility being a mommy tree, you know?
Yeah.
I got a lot on my branches.
True.
Sorry.
True.
True. This is pretty though. Look at all these guys. I
Right?
see Samantha, I think, on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And the I always forget, is it the raw or the row when they're caterpillars?
The raw.
The raw, okay. And oh, they're so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her. It's a pretty tree. Hi, Perp. Good work. Nice to see you.
Hello. Thank you.
Hi. You're welcome.
And of course we got Kyle in the chat too. That's sick. They are raw
Kyle.
butterflies.
Raw, but they're raw.
It's raw!
They're raw.
Oh, that's gonna be a meme at some point, I'm sure.
Oh, probably.
Oh. But yeah. Just, what did you miss? Just chilling. Jade's here now.
You missed the entrance of the great and all-powerful Mother Tree. It's what you missed. Rough one. I'm just gonna have an
Couldn't be
ego
me.
every time I come in here now. I got to say 5 tree lines, and now here I am. The God complex does not stop within our D&D server. It just everywhere.
it
Everywhere.
expands. Domain expansion. God
You mean raw?
complex.
I play Pot of Greed.
That's not what it does.
I don't care. I'm God. How about that? I feel like
Yeah.
this happens every time I come in here. I'm so sorry. Back
No,
to the
it's-
art, the beautiful art that's happening.
you're chill. We have fun here. You know we
Yeah,
have
you have
fun
nothing
here.
to apologize for.
We're a fun bunch of guys. We're a bunch of silly little guys. We're just men.
We're
Innocent
just
men.
normal men.
What?
Just innocent men.
Innocent men.
Ah man, this makes me so hyped. This has been like an image in my brain for something like 8 years now almost, and to see it like coming to fruition right now is blowing my mind.
I can hear the scribble of pen, and it is making me have the best artist ASMR of my life. I'm like, ooh, yes, scribbles. No, come back.
There's, I gotta make sure that I don't bring in the ASMR of dogs screeching at car.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. Jade can relate with Jericho the Insufferable.
I don't. Do not speak his name here. I am in a safe place. Safe place.
Oh, man.
Is this when all the bug babies are getting banished away? Is this what the scene is?
I don't know how Perp's coloring this currently, like what the current scheme is. I know that we're gonna get some recolors of this scene for other parts, but yeah, I don't know what you're doing right now, Perp.
I'm being wacky.
Ooh, a little mystical with it.
Who's being crazy? Then I get a little sugar in me. Oh yeah, Jade. Did I tell you about James and I made a Costco trip and we got giant pack of Biscoff cookies?
First of all, jealous. The only time I have Biscoff cookies is on international flights, and I haven't
For
been on
real.
one of those in like a year. The only thing I remember you guys getting was mulch. All that is and ever was is the mulch. That's all. I don't know what else is happening in your life.
We have a whole ton of mulch in the backyard right now, and another ton sitting on a pallet in the front in the driveway right now.
The only two things that I've ever seen you get is mulch and meat dinner, and I haven't gotten food yet, so I have to assume that you're just chomping down mulch.
Honestly, true.
True.
It's everyone was fooled in thinking girlfriends were the worms. It's the boyfriends who are the worms. They're the dirt eaters. Bug food for the bug man. Exactly, Kyle.
I eat all of the mulch. I'm the mulch man.
Dislike.
Nobody liked that.
No, very unwise.
Everyone will remember that. This is, there's a lot of colony art that I want to get printed and posted on a wall. I can already tell this is going to be one of them.
I offer my wall as tribute. I will put every colony piece up on my walls. I will take that sacrifice for you. I'd do that for you.
You do that for me?
I find it in my heart to be that gracious. Yeah, you can.
I do need to bring some colony posters down there now that you actually have some wall space that you want to decorate.
I know. My office is just gonna be like my art and then like colony art. I'm like, these are the projects I'm involved in any capacity.
Excellent. Excellent.
All of them.
I get that one IFA poster printed.
Oh,
The really high def one.
Also, you have a question about the Song of Origins in the chat.
Oh. Back to the Song of Origins topic from 20 minutes ago. Do you plan on having your own proverbs, like a collection of wisdoms and sayings that tell you about the morals of the Sakuta? Absolutely. We have... So we're kind of like collecting, it's consolidating a couple of concepts from the Bible. So yes, Proverbs and Psalms are kind of going to be the same, like... They're going to be that same idea of like a collective, but it's also going to be blended into this concept of like the Song of Solomon, where it's a lot of poetry and music that was preserved to, and lyricism, where, and while Song of Solomon is not necessarily scriptural or spiritual in its nature, it does give an amazing insight into the way that poetry was was thought of as an art form back in those times, and I want to have we have this one section called the Song of Paeons, which is going to be its own. It's going to be like this amalgamation between Proverbs, Psalms, and the Song of Solomon, all mishmashed into one. And it's gonna talk about like the morals of the Sakuda. It's gonna talk about the spirituality and like their personal understandings of their relationship to their pantheon. Oh, excuse me. There's gonna be lots and lots and lots of stuff that's gonna be, and while we do treat it with respect and very seriously in terms of the context of its usage in the scriptural stuff in Colony, it is also kind of like a place where we also kind of throw in memes sometimes,
Or just in jokes.
But not necessarily in they are in jokes to us, but they are presented as being more like it's just poetry, and it's more like those in jokes are only really funny to us. So yeah. So yes, we will be having that. Thank you for asking. Let's see. Cheese on YouTube said apparently there's a spider species that can make itself so ants don't notice it. Yeah. Mimic spiders. We're definitely gonna have mimic spiders be a thing. We're gonna have at the very least abilities that Auroch species can take to become mimic spiders. Yes. Ooh, goodness, this is looking awesome, perp. Oh. That's a good way to describe it, Yulf. Cozy, yet unsettling.
Once again, my Trisona. Fitting. Accurate. Love to see it.
It's just commentary on real life, yes.
Art imitates life, as they say. It's gorgeous, though. The glow. I'm eating today.
We all are. We always eat when Perp's doing art. It's great. My streaming software keeps saying that we have 0 concurrent viewers, and I know that's inaccurate. I know we've got at least 2.
I'm seeing 4 right now.
Man, it's all sorts of messed up then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That candle that I was telling y'all that I was burning earlier, that's the one that Jade got me for Christmas. It smells delightful.
Oh,
Jade has very good taste in as far as like scents go.
Thank you. That's a very obscure compliment, but I will take it gladly. Thank you very much.
You also like, you know, the scents that work, like that you know I like. I don't get it. I don't know how you know that.
Listen, because okay. All right. Because every one of my friends, they've got a certain vibe, and smells definitely play into aesthetic, and I understand those. Okay, I've narrowed you all down and filed you under certain like character designs in my brain, and I know what you like and what your smells are.
Fair
This
enough.
is a perfectly normal way to have relationships with people.
Yes.
My
Very
my
normal.
favorite scent is Lynx Africa. You know what, Caleb? Go back to bed.
Yeah, what are you doing up, Caleb? Go to bed.
Scottish boy does not. It's not. Your character is Sans.
Oh no. There was a period of time where I was wearing a blue hoodie a lot, but that was long before Undertale.
Oh, you were Sans first. Man, Sans was based off you.
Yeah. I should sue.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah.
Just have the world revolving playing in the courtroom.
There was this one hoodie that I had that was not that blue hoodie. It was this just standard gray looking hoodie. I can't tell you how many times I would just go on walks at night. I was like 15, 16 years old, go on walks at night, and I'd be like walking next to the Safeway that was nearby my house, and somebody would inevitably roll down their window and be like, "Hey, do you have drugs?" And of course I didn't. I was 15 or 16 years old. This little like nerdy white kid, I'm just going on a walk. I'm just enjoying the night air. I got asked on at least 3 or 4 of those occasions specifically if I had crack. That was
Good for you.
So that hoodie that I got, that I kept wearing with that and I kept getting asked about that just became my crack dealer hoodie.
A hoodie with a drug dealer aura. That's powerful. That's a Fed hoodie if I ever heard one. Hello, my fellow kids. Are you enjoying this concert?
Do you like? I've got this newfangled thing called Molly.
No, boo.
Boo. Oh man. Undercover cop aura hoodie. I mean, you have my actual Fed hoodie though, Jade, so.
I don't. Sydney still has it in her house. She's hiding it from me. I know. I had to get it back from her. She keeps meaning to get it back, and I keep forgetting that she has it.
Next time I'm down there, I just kick in the door and be like, "Where's the FBI hoodie?"
Where's the hoodie?
FBI, where's my stuff?
There's just something poetic about a goth girl in an FBI, like an official FBI hoodie. It's just, it's poetry.
And it is an actual
She was a
official
goth,
FBI hoodie.
he was a Fed. Can I make it any more obvious?
Instantly demonetized. Way to go.
It wasn't 15 seconds. It wasn't 15 seconds.
Count them up.
Man, I should have swore.
Holly just over there, just don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Please.
Herp, these colors are making my brain very happy. Mwah, delicious.
It's I forget the terminology, but it's that good old fashioned blue orange, like across the color wheel.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, contrasting opposite colors. We love to see it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just I did notice a trend that started probably around like 2008, 2009, somewhere in that area. That like the contrasting color combo on action film posters for movie theaters especially started becoming really really prevalent, because and especially in like those like hyper saturated neon colors, like everybody was doing that, everybody's still doing that.
Take a shot every time you see red teal combo.
On god. Take a shot every time you see blue orange. Like blue orange
Orange.
is the most common that I see it, and everybody does it. It's like all of like the see a bunch of the Marvel movies were doing it. A bunch of the Star Wars projects were doing it. It was just crazy. Yeah, okay. Look at how good that looks, though. Oh my god.
True. True.
I'm not. I'm certainly not criticizing it because I don't think it looks good. I do think it looks good. It just gets overused a lot. Yellow, oh, green, purple goes hard, man.
The Joker, baby.
I love lean.
Oh,
nice.
the lean tree. Uh-oh. My power stuff has gone out.
Oh.
I have that one fire hazard of a of a wall outlet in my room that has a loose
The nightmare wall outlet. We've all seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's horrible.
You need to get that fixed.
I do.
Please.
I think what I'm gonna do is instead of having like, because it's a power splitter that hangs on the outlet itself, and because the outlet pins or the outlet jacks are loose, it just keeps falling out. So I think I'm just going to buy a new or I'm pretty sure I've probably got like a surge protector somewhere around here that I could just have it sitting loosely on the ground, or it's right next to my desk. I could put it in like one of the cubbies or something like that to just keep it more secure in there, but it is getting annoying. And you know what? I will as a meme use that to segue into us posting our Patreon link. If you would like to help me purchase a non-fire hazard for my power outlet, go ahead and give us your patronage over at patreon.com. Not that I make any money off of the Patreon, but you know, as a bit. Over there, if you you know, we have a few different tiers. You get behind the scenes on a lot of stuff, and you help support the wonderful artists like Charles.
Oh my gosh, Perp has a real name? That's the first time I think I've ever heard his real name.
Yeah,
You,
it's like bone white.
yeah, you forced me to look behind the curtain, and I will never forgive you.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's been on our website for a fat minute, so I...
You think I can read? Wrong.
Wrong. Buzzer sound effect.
Newsflash, Perp is a person. Yeah, whose name is Perp? It's, but no, it's Charles. It's Charles. Charles. Fancy.
Not Chuck. No, not Chuck.
I thought, is Chuck not a standalone name? Is that a nickname for Charlie?
It is, yeah.
Charles? I've never
Yep.
heard that in my life. I thought it was its own thing.
I used to mess
Yeah.
with CG5 because I would call him Chuck, and he hated it. His first name is his car battery, so we're gonna be throwing perp in the ocean where he belongs. Then
Oh, jeez.
throw your used car batteries into the ocean. That's where they belong.
Dump them in the lake.
Charles Entertainment Cheese. Close enough. Welcome back, FNAF.
Oh man, we have brain rot here.
Yeah.
Oh.
I must say, I love the like loud white noise interrupted by like FNAF R's and then dead silence. That was really that was really good.
Just like
They
the
should
real
get-
experience.
Yeah, they should get me to They should get me to edit the Secret of the Mimic trailers.
I agree. I agree.
Is that out? Is that out yet?
I don't know. The only way I know is my 5 YouTuber rotation is when they play FNAF games. That's
You're
how
not
I know
gonna-
they're out. And then I binge the lore for like 9-hour videos when those come out. And
So-
now I'm
You're
A
not gonna
master.
know until Markiplier plays it, is what I'm
But he is-
hearing.
he is one of the 5. Okay, I said of 5. do not do this to me. Okay? I'm a 27-year-old woman. I'm a professional. Okay.
All right. Do not come at me with that negative aura. Do not come at me. I will bruise.
Oh man. It's funny that every so often I go and look at my recommendations and I get Creepcast stuff. I'm like, oh, Jade leftovers. Here we go.
That's it. Creepcast slaps. It's all
Creepcast
the
is
good
good.
stories. It's whenever you're over, it's like you can't sleep when Markiplier's on because you're weak. So it's either Creepcast or it's like spooky ghost videos that are almost all certainly faked. Did you see it? Absolutely
you
not,
see
but
it?
I'm here for it.
It's not that I can't sleep when Markiplier's on. It's that he just goes from like very quiet to really loud really fast, and there's like no leveling on his videos, so you either can't hear what he's saying unless he's screaming, or you're just gonna wake up to him screaming all the time. And
The first night is never really that bad.
Real.
So
Hey, Calum, I can too draw. I don't like Subway Surfers. I think it's annoying.
we're
I
not that
deny
deep
the
into brain
allegations.
rot.
Yeah. I'm just old enough to have escaped it. I have my own unique, delicious brain rot. Oh my god, look at her spin! Yes, tree.
Bean. Minecraft parkour is superior.
You know what? That is, if it's Subway Surfers or whatever it is, I won't listen to the Reddit story thing. But if it's like the bouncing around, I don't even play Minecraft. I don't like it, but I will watch it because I'm like, oh wow, he's going in the lava. Wait, what's going on in this story? It got me. It did get me. I will admit,
You-
it got me
you-
a little bit.
The brain rot has come for you.
It has. I'm gonna recite all colony lore on top of Minecraft videos.
Oh,
and
I fear the day that we get some influencer that finds Colony and starts doing lore videos with brain rot in the background, dude. Oh, that's gonna be a day. I'm
Sign of
probably gonna
success.
cry.
Sign of success.
This is the point at which I just surreptitiously pull a Minecraft bouncing video over into the OBS software right now.
Better not.
I'm not. Oh god, no.
This is making me want to draw, but every time I've tried to draw in the last 2 months, it's just not working out for me. So
Oh,
I shan't.
Well, but you want to write later today, right?
I was trying to, and then in the group call, I was trying to body double, but it was body quintupling, and everybody wanted to talk about stuff that was more interesting than trying to write. So I've gotten nothing done.
Well, after the stream and after I get a couple things done with like other colony stuff, we could body double if you like.
That works.
Yeah.
I might work more on the cover thing that I was drawing, though, the crow.
Ooh, yes, please. That was cool.
Biblically accurate crow.
A crow with 1,000 eyes.
Catastrophe Crow ARG.
God.
Yeah, I gotta go declutter a bunch of storage on my Mac before I work on more music stuff, so I could be working on that while you're working on writing if you like.
Oh, so you're decluttering, you're not working on the any of the movement audio? Because if I hear my own voice when I'm trying to work, I'll be like, turn it off.
Oh no, I will.
Turn it off.
No, I won't be working on music stuff. I'm just gonna be decluttering. I probably won't work on music stuff until either tomorrow or Thursday. I just gotta get the hard drive on that MacBook is tiny for what I'm using it for, and I can't upgrade it because it's integrated. So it sucks.
Ew, Mac superiority. Where?
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 I mean, so this is kind of where I'm at with just like technology in general. Is that like in this case the Mac is definitely the place to be for music for using Logic, because Logic is far and away superior to Pro Tools just on the premise that it's not a subscription. Mind, I have to buy into the Apple ecosystem to use it, but it pays itself off eventually in comparison to what I would be paying in the long run for Pro Tools. And I bought my MacBook secondhand anyway, so I already got it cheaper to begin with. So that part doesn't bother me, but the hardware of Mac does bother me a lot, because if I was having trouble with storage on the Mac itself, and if it was just a PC, I could just swap the PC hard drive out for something bigger, but I can't do that on this generation MacBook. I know that you can do it with newer generations, but it's not an option for this one. And that sucks. And obviously the solution is just to get external storage, but I'm tired of not being able to just carry everything, all of the files that I want with me wherever I go. That's the frustrating part. favorite pedal? I'm not that kind of guitarist, dude. I agree, Perps White Noise.
Yeah.
Now you're just being spiteful.
I'm trying to do a bit. Let's see. There we go.
He just did the Five Nights at Freddy's.
I respect the hustle.
Oh,
It's dot dot dash.
man.
Mouse.
Are you a man or a mouse?
El Horso.
Horse. Ugh. Oh yeah, I didn't tell Holly or Perp this yet. So Bennett has been he's participating in like it's like a karaoke like competition, and it's like a nationwide thing, and so there's like preliminary rounds and stuff like that in a bunch of different locations across the US, and he's doing one local to him, and then he looked up he was like telling me about it, and then he looked up the different locations. There's one that's being held like 20 minutes from my house.
Oh.
And he was like, you should go, that'd be fun. And he would be like, he was like, imagine how cool it would be if we met at the finals in Vegas. And I was like, that'd be really fun.
That's like the definition of meet cute, dude. Love that romance for you guys. That is so adorable.
So the competition costs, or the entry fee for it is $25, and I don't have that right now, but he was like, I'll pay for you, that's cool. So he sent me some money this morning, and I went and signed up. So May 4th, I'm gonna go do some karaoke.
Nice. Looking forward to the Bennett and Mayor showdown.
For real. We need video proof of it.
Oh
Yes.
god. That is going to be chaos. That would be so sick if I did get the chance to go to Vegas, though, because I mean I have family in Vegas. I love going there and just seeing shows and stuff. But like to go there to do something other than see my family would be pretty cool too. Be there for
do they,
a
like-
reason.
Do they like pay for you to go if you win?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I assume they probably would.
We'll see. I'll ask more about it when I go to the audition thing. Karaoke on the day of Star Wars.
Actually, it's the day of Caleb's birth. That's so you know.
So wish him a happy Star Wars day before you wish him a happy birthday. He'll appreciate that a lot.
It makes him so mad. I've known this guy for 5 years, and every day on his birthday, he gets so angry.
Yeah, that's fair, Caleb.
Hit that boy with a happy Cinco de Mayo.
Or as the Star Wars brain rotters call it, Revenge of the Fifth.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's just as cringy to me too, trust me. Ugh. Oh yeah, and for the folks who are watching on YouTube, I finally incorporated more of the instrumentals from the Song of Origins soundtrack. So you may be hearing new music that you haven't heard yet. At least in the not from the original soundtrack.
But that's a nice change of pace for you, Mayor.
It is an excellent change of pace since this is consistently playing in my ear the entire stream.
Unreleased hidden B-side tracks, baby.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
call them a poi in this franchise, thank you.
Oh,
A boy side. Oh man. The I also threw in one of the tracks from Movement. I threw in Movement 4's track, which is unreleased so far. Like that, Movement 4 does not show up until part 2 of the Song of Origins. So you guys get the music early. You're welcome. And
oh my gosh. Oh,
oh, what were you gonna say?
I was just looking at Perp's art and I'm like, oh my god, me and who? Cute. Dude.
If you guys, Holly, remind me, which movement did we post for the patrons?
That was Movement 4.
Movement 4. So, if you guys would like to listen to the story of Movement 4, as well as the music, we have posted the audio for that on our Patreon, if you'd like to go and support us. I'm unsure, I think it's just like any tier can listen to that, because it was a part of our newsletter for this past month. So yeah, go ahead and give it a listen if you go over and support us on Patreon. We give a lot of sneak peeks.
Mm-hmm.
We're practically giving this story away.
Yeah. Oh, to be a caterpillar. Your only job is to eat.
The best.
The best. The dream,
Until-
really.
Until your mom comes around and says, hey guys. So
We got a
I've got
logistics problem.
I got new purpose for you guys. So they're like, no, we fulfill our purpose. We are eating and chilling out.
Wow, that sounds like just an excuse to be lazy. Alright, I'm about to give you guys a job. and this job will last you 200,000 years. You better be ready.
Mhm.
Are they bug years? Do years work differently for the bugs than they do for us?
No, the years are about the same. But they measure their ages in, like, seasons.
Okay.
Yeah. So they... like, average Sakuda lifespan is about 10 years. And they measure it out in about 40 seasons, roughly. But seasons are also a little skew-wonky in Colony. I haven't really touched on why, but what I can tell you is that the seasons work in, like, there's like these different cycles of when you have longer seasons than the rest. So you'll have like you'll have a spring that lasts like around 6 to 7 months instead of the normal roughly 3, or and then like you'll have normal lengths of seasons after that for summer, fall, and winter, and then you'll have a normal spring, but then you'll have a longer summer. and then it like kind of goes in cycles like that. So some summer, like every year, there's a specific season that is longer than the others, and long summers are brutal. Long winters are brutal. So every 2 years, you get these really, really, really rough patches of seasons where you gotta be a lot more on your toes to survive.
I was listening intently. I was just sending you a picture of my cat. Sorry. I was listening though.
You're sending me a picture. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lily. Look at her.
Yeah. She's very cute. She's just chilling on my desk. She's the only one who does any work at that desk because I don't have a chair for it.
We gotta get you a chair.
I do. I need a chair, a stool, something, and an extension cord because there's no plugs on that wall for some godforsaken reason.
Weird.
Don't know why.
Dang, it really is a shame that you couldn't come up tomorrow, because I'm willing to bet that James has some, like, loose chair down in the garage that he'd be willing to get rid of.
Spare a chair. Spare a chair for a starving artist, please. Please, a chair.
I need a chair.
I need a chair. I need a throne where I can torture my little OCs, my poor babies. Ugh. All a writer's job is.
2 milk crates and a moldy pillow.
Ooh, you spelled mold the British way. Disgusting.
British?
Right, it's Tuesday, isn't it? It is Tuesday.
It actually is Tuesday.
It actually is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I suppose not in 2 minutes. Not in England.
Oh yeah. Well, he's not in England. He's in Scotland. First of all,
Well, okay.
don't call him English. He gets mad. Y'all lucky there's an ocean separating us. Yeah, okay. What are you gonna do about it?
Man says ocean instead of an ocean. Man, it's your language, man.
Stop.
I got it.
Here at Hex Studios, we at Hex Studios would like to extend our deepest apologies to our UK audience. We love you guys. Even if you spell words wrong.
No, they don't. We appreciate all of our audience. And honestly, any American making fun of a Brit at this period of time.
Listen, it's all we have, okay? It's all I have.
Oh, man. Let's stick together against the French. Depends on the French, specifically. It depends on the era of France.
Oh my gosh, your meet cute boyfriend is here. Hi, Bennett.
Hey, Bennett.
What's up, guys? First of all, first order of business, can I get yes cats in the chat, please?
Get what in the chat?
Yes, cats.
What's a
It's one
yes
of-
cat?
One of our emotes from the server.
Oh, I don't have nitro. I don't know what this is.
Do you need nitro to use?
I don't
You
know.
shouldn't if you're a member of the server.
Yeah, which you are.
That's like one of our main emotes.
I don't think we have exclusive emotes.
Listen,
you-
I'm an old lady. Okay, I found it. I did it. Done
Can
it.
Can we make role-specific emotes? Is that a function on Discord?
I don't think so.
I only asked that not because I wanted to make that a thing, but because that feels like the kind of grimy thing that you could do on Discord.
I think what Nitro does with emotes is that you can use them all over if you have Nitro. Because
Yeah.
Marissa uses emotes from everywhere, and I'm like, I want that one, but I can't have it. You live for my boomer core. I'm only 27, Caleb. I'm only 27.
Oh, you part of the 27 club too?
I mean, I might. Well, I still have a couple months to decide, Bennett.
Oh God.
It's okay. My membership was revoked this year.
Oh yeah, mine will be in a few months. We'll see. Are you the oldest in chat, Kyle? I don't
I
know
think
how
he
old
is.
everyone is.
I got one of our investors here.
Oh, do you have the lad with you?
I have the lad. I literally just walked in the door. I finally got home for the day.
Excellent. Welcome home.
I just got back from auditions.
Oh yeah, so the karaoke thing, right?
No, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Okay.
This is for a show at my local theater. We're doing Run for Your Wife.
What?
Run for Your Wife. It's a British farce about a man who has two wives and neither of them know about each other.
Oh no.
Oh, how nice.
I'm about to make a US version of this and set it in Utah.
You know what? Don't talk to me. Don't talk. I don't want to hear that word come out of your mouth.
The trigger word.
Yeah.
The U word.
I hate it.
Yeah, Run for Your Wife.
Run for your wife. Got it. I hope whatever part that you get, I hope that you have fun with it, dude.
There's a lot of great parts in that.
Excellent.
Obviously, being the guy who has two wives is really fun. There's two police officers from different parts of London that are trying to figure out what is going on, like because he gets in a scuffle with a couple of youths who are trying to steal an old lady's purse.
Ah, those hooligans.
Are you going to be doing an English accent the whole time?
Well, I can, but it's gonna morph back and forth between the Australian accent because I do an Australian accent way better than I do a British
Really?
accent.
I'm
Yeah.
opposite.
It's normally either one or the other.
Your adoring public would like to hear your English accent.
Yes. Well, today I went to the audition and I thought to myself, well, maybe I'll get a nice part. Again, like I said, it tends to morph into the Australian accent.
No, it's really Australian. It's
Very Australian.
Yes. Most excellent. Love it. Love to hear it.
But to the uncultured public, they sound the same.
True.
To the untrained ear, they sound the same.
Well, it's the only English person in here is typing, and I'm.
waiting. Waiting.
To the uncultured
reply.
public. The only British person in here. Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Listen,
It's almost always one or the other. You're good at one at the expense of the other.
that's actually very true. I cannot do Australian to save my butt at all. See, I'm censoring.
You're right,
I not swear. Historically speaking, I guess they are technically the same. Australian
are.
is just criminal English.
No. I'll tell you what it is. It's Texan British.
Ew. Gross.
That's that's exactly the way that I described it as a kid once. And of course, I said that in front of an Australian woman. Because I have no filter. and she laughed at it, and she was like, never say that to another Australian person again, they'll kill you.
Never say that to another Australian person again, they'll kill you.
They'll skin you alive.
Sir, we tended his hide when he died, Clyde, and there he is hanging on the...
Where do you meet Australian people? That's not Australia. I've never met an Australian person.
She was...
I had an Australian friend named Gavin in college.
I had a...
Like going outside, Shade? So, no, first of all, I don't want to. I'm afraid of people. I don't want to do that.
I'm afraid of people.
The Australian woman that I knew was, she was just a member of the church, of the congregation that I grew up in.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an Australian friend in college. His name was Gavin.
Oi, Gav.
And no, they don't cook shrimp on the Barbie. They cook shark most often.
Oh, really?
I'd love to try shark. I'll be completely
Shark's
honest.
good. I've had shark before. I had shark tacos.
That's what,
once.
at least that's what he told me, was he eats shark way more often than he eats shrimp.
Man.
Hey, Isaac,
Yes, love.
are you going to? Are you counting shrimp as bugs and calling? Are you gonna have?
It's
shrimp
amazing.
bugs?
It's amazing that you bring that up.
Okay.
That drop of shrimps in bugs. Drop shrimps in bugs? What? Shrimps is bugs in chat, please.
Shrimps
Thank
is
you.
bugs. Drop a shrimps is bugs in chat, please. So there was at one point an idea to create an undersea expansion for Colony called the Children of the Salt. And
Just like me,
yes,
for real.
shrimp were gonna be a playable race. Yes, basically it was all of the different crustaceans were gonna be represented, and we were gonna do that, and I was already writing lore and stuff for it, and then and I've kind of talked about this at length in some text thing that I wrote months and months and months ago, last year in the Discord server. I talked about how as I was looking at the themes and the storytelling of what my goals were for Colony, and what this expansion would bring into it, I realized that they were two very, very separate goals that I had in mind with it. And while the lore and everything did sync up nicely, everything about it became kind of way too convoluted to incorporate into the rest of the lore. And I was like, well, this would be fun, but it's way too much. It's just, and the way that I was approaching the lore for the crustacean folk was that they were constructs. They were they were soulless. They didn't have the light of dreams inside of them, so they had no connection to the dreamlands. They were created by so the idea was that there's that theory, that pseudoscientific theory, that cephalopods, the DNA and the microorganisms that became cephalopods were brought to Earth and crash landed in the oceans from a meteor or an asteroid or whatever, and so I had this idea of what if in the lore it was this rogue Asatari that like kind of went insane and went to go and try and destroy Aoyama, and S just
Like a
struck
rogue
him down.
Countless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not an Asatari, excuse me, a Countless, yeah. And S just strikes him down, and then he crash lands in the oceans, and then splits into all of these different fragmented parts, and those become the cephalopods. And so the cephalopods are like all of these different separated fragments of a fallen god, basically. And all of these different fragments of this god went and used their creation powers to create the crustacean species. And so they're alive, but they don't have souls connected to the Dreamlands. And so I had all these ideas of how I would have commentary talking about kind of the same commentary of Blade Runner, where it's like, if you are made artificially, does that mean you have a soul? Are you a human? Do you constitute as a person if you're made artificially? And those were kind of the themes that I was playing into with that expansion. And then I realized that does not align at all with any of the themes that I'm trying to touch on in
Shrimp
normal Colony. Shrimp Runner.
It would. So, kind of off topic from that. You want to talk about crustaceans, right?
Uh-huh.
My buddy has a breeding pair of mantis shrimps, and they're pregnant right now.
Oh no.
He has I don't know what the female's name is, but the male one's named the male one's named Jerry.
Jerry the mantis shrimp.
Are those the ones
Gary's
that punch
deep.
really hard?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mantis shrimp and clown shrimp punch really, really hard.
Yeah.
The cavitation bubbles that they create with their punches reach temperatures the same at the same heat level as the sun.
I think you might be thinking of pistol shrimps.
Oh, that's pistol shrimps. My apologies. Yes.
Yeah, pistol shrimps. Yeah, but mantis shrimps are nothing to shake a stick at either. They're
Yeah.
the punches they throw are the same speed as a 22 bullet.
Dude, Perp's having a party going on right now.
I'm not even watching the stream. I need to tune in.
You need to tune in, dude.
Woo!
Speed!
These were warning.
But yeah, he has a mantis shrimp named Jerry. He has a fugu pufferfish named Chompy.
Dude, I remember my folks have always kind of been like the prepper types. They're very big on self-sufficiency and like trying not to rely on store-bought stuff and growing their own stuff. And there was a period of time when we were in Tucson that we had like probably like 2 or 3, probably more than that. It was probably like 8 50-gallon drums that were just filled with water. And I remember this one day I was hanging out in the garage making stuff, and my brother came out, and like we were just talking about stuff. There was a lull in the conversation. He looks over to one of the 50-gallon drums and he's like, "Dude, I bet I could raise pufferfish in that." I was like, "What are you talking about?"
He's got a fugu pufferfish named Chompy. Yeah,
Man.
he is crazy about his aquarium stuff.
Aquariums are cool, man.
Aquariums are cool. He's got all sorts of different like saltwater fish. He says he hates the cichlids because they're mean.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have an entire respect and fear for like people who are like fish people and bird people. I'm like
Mhm.
very cool. I will not come to your house. Very cool.
Oh, birds are
That's
awesome. I love
I
birds.
love
scary.
birds. Birds are
I
sick.
like I like birds in general. Birds as pets though. I don't know.
Now,
I
I
don't know.
want an African gray parrot one day,
It's hanging out on your shoulder all the time.
not mimicking my every word.
There's, I'm sure I've told this story to some of you before, but there was this one Ace Hardware in Wyoming that just had parrots in the store.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like the guy who owned the place had a friend who owned all these parrots, and when that guy died, these parrots were just gonna be like taken to a shelter or like I can't remember what they were gonna do, but the guy's friend was like, I don't like what is gonna happen to them, so I'm just gonna adopt them, and they just hang out in the front section of this Ace Hardware. You can just go up to them and talk to them and pet them, and they're chill. They're super chill.
What kind of parrots are they?
They had a variety. There were two that were like the really, really like vibrant, like multicolor ones with the blues and the reds and the
Oh,
yellows.
The big ones, the rainbow macaws.
Yeah. And then there was a pearlescent pink one. Like it was literally like it was pink and white. And it was another one of the big ones. It was like the biggest one they had there was this big pink one. And she had this sheen on her feathers that like it she looked like a pearl. It was so cool. And they had a few small ones, and then a gray. I think that was it. But yeah, they just parrots hanging out in this Ace Hardware. It was super cool.
Just a bunch of parrots hanging out in the Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
Parrots
I'm-
in the Ace Hardware for today.
Aren't we all at some level just parrots hanging out in God's
In
big
God's
Ace
Ace
Hardware?
God, I wish. I wish.
We're all just parrots in God's Ace Hardware.
Oh.
That is. I've come to realize that is a standard stock mirror line. Is we're all just X in God's Y.
Yeah. Yeah. I do use that a lot, actually.
We're all just X in God's Y.
The I'm like thinking now about it was just like I've seen so many just very strange surreal things in my life at this point that just existence means like the idea of a norm means nothing to me anymore. There's no such thing as normal. I don't believe that there ever was. Life's weird, man. Life's just intended to be exceptionally bizarre and strange.
Dr. Gonzo.
Amen.
Dr. Gonzo.
Dr.
That's a
Gonzo.
great book, by the way. That's a great book, by the way. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Hunter S. Thompson.
I have the Criterion collection of the film adaptation on my shelf, and there was one day I tried to watch that stoned. That I don't recommend it. It's bad.
Nah. I read the book and I enjoyed it.
I bet the book's great.
Oh, it is great. He's very, very funny. He's very humorous with his words. He has a way with words.
Man. I'm like, now I'm in Jade's boat. I want to be writing again.
Huh?
Weekend
What are
at
you doing in my
Bernie's
boat?
and we're Bernie.
This is-
Wow.
I said I'm in your boat because I want to start writing again.
Oh, okay. You can join the riding boat. I was like, this is my boat. What do you want? You can ride though. We can ride together if you want later.
Hell yeah.
We'll be riding very different things, but we can ride together. You're just like bugs. I'm like horrifying nuclear apocalypse and angels.
We're all just Theseus in God's ship.
Oh my god.
We're all just
Behold,
animals
ship of
in.
Theseus.
We're all just animals on Noah's Ark.
Someone replaced the planks in my lower back. They're hurting recently.
Roger that.
We're all just Freddy's in God's Five Nights.
It would be in God's Pizzeria, but who am I to correct you? It's not like I
Wow.
watched an ungodly amount of Five Nights at Freddy's Lord. That would be insane.
Jade really came through with
speaking
the
about
actually.
Five Nights at Freddy's Lore.
Really? No, actually, I think you're syncing up.
I think what you're actually referring to is the pizzeria.
I think you should be talking about one Sir Edwin, creator of the Midnight.
You keep saying purple guy, and I must tell you that's actually William Afton.
Whoa!
He was
Spoilers.
Who just said spoilers? I swear to God.
Freddy, whenever it was actually Glamrock Freddy. They're two completely different characters.
They have totally different dead children inside each one of them. You literally do not place games. It's obvious. Purple guy is the friends we made along the way. Caleb,
You see that small vent on the floor.
Gregory.
Maybe the friends we made along the way were actually just the gallons of PCP.
Gallons.
But we don't have the hoodie.
I didn't know they came in liquid form.
Oh man, the Quaaludes guy video is playing in my head now. Bring back the Quaaludes!
The boy from Boston!
The kid from Brooklyn.com.
Okay, love you, Kyle. Thanks for hanging out.
It's good to see you, Kyle. Go get
Peace
some
out.
grub.
Eat some grub.
Love you, dude.
Man, I'll tell you what. Chicken bacon ranch, good flavor combo. Add Chipotle to the mix, and then you've got a winner.
Well, Kyle is a professional chef. And
Kyle-
And a sommelier.
he
He's
is
the real deal.
He is also a sommelier, yeah. He is a licensed chef from the Culinary Institute of America, and he's a sommelier. Man's a legend.
Nice. But yeah. That's a strong flavor combo.
Yeah.
That's what I had today.
Excellent.
Chipotle chicken bacon ranch.
That sounds delicious.
Dude, I love Chipotle stuff. Like, not from the restaurant Chipotle, but like Chipotle flavored stuff.
Yeah.
It's a great flavor.
But can he cook a fine spag ball?
Fine bag ball.
Meat Getty and spag balls.
Oh, no. So you down to start that Simpsons tribute band?
I was waiting for you to bring it up.
You down to start that Simpsons tribute band, Mir?
Unforgettable luncheon. Yep.
Okay, I invited Kevin to join us too,
Oh, good.
because I feel like
Wait.
he'd be down.
Does Kevin play instruments?
I don't know, but I'm gonna try to teach him.
I mean, Holly, you would know, right?
I don't think he plays any instruments, but he might
He's
be
gonna
willing to
learn. I'm
We're
gonna
teach
learn
him.
him.
I'm gonna learn him a thing or three.
I gotta learn you a thing or three about how to. I don't know what instrument he would want to play, but
Well, if we're gonna be a Simpsons tribute band, one of us has to play saxophone in honor of Lisa, and I don't know how to play sax.
I don't know how to play sax either.
Alright, so we're gonna get Kevin to learn how to play sax.
Dude, you like jump scared my brain. I dated a dude who played the saxophone. I hate his guts. I
Oof.
totally forgot about him till like right now. How dare you bring that memory
Now we
back
gotta-
upon me?
So sorry.
Gross.
Rip.
We gotta teach Mir how to play a fucking nope. Dollar in the swear jar.
Dollar in the swear jar.
But we gotta teach Mir how to play classical gas. Now do classical gas.
What does the Homer play? I don't know what Homer plays. The beer bottle.
He's- No,
Wasn't he canonically in a rock band?
He was in a barbershop quartet, so he sings bass.
Oh. Well, I can
Yeah.
sing bass. Well, I sing baritone, but close enough. You're a tenor, aren't you, Bennett?
I am a tenor.
Okay. This
I
man
don't-
can hit notes that I will never see.
What does that mean? What are the? I still don't even know the difference.
You want to
between
know what it means?
I think
piano
it
and
means he's
alto.
on a fiver.
I'll demonstrate what it means. I can demonstrate what it means.
Oh, I
That's
see.
what a tenor can do.
Somebody to love.
All right,
So-
15 seconds. 15 seconds.
Yeah. So, functionally, as far as I cared to describe it, tenors and baritones cover similar regions of vocal ranges, at least on the men's part. Baritones can go a little bit lower down into the bass range, but tenors can reach into falsetto octaves into the women's ranges, or quote-unquote women's ranges. I don't know what they're calling that section anymore these days. I haven't been in a choir in forever.
Right. I was in choir once, and all I remember was all the sopranos being mean to me. that
That's
was
soprano.
it.
That's
Yeah.
Sopranos.
That was my choir experience.
Meanwhile, listen. Men's section in choir is one of the chillest places you will ever be. It's
That
like
I
two
believe,
completely different worlds.
The men's section and the altos against the sopranos. That's really what it is. I know that this is not at all like factually correct, but every time I think of the altos section, it just reminds me of like the equivalent to the stoner kids in high school, is that they're everybody loves them, they're chill, nobody really bothers them, and people who do, everybody else hates. Everybody loves the altos. They have the hardest job in the choir as far as I'm concerned.
Wow. I feel
Now,
a part of my heart
and
just healed.
in men's ensembles, the altos of men ensembles are baritones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baritones, especially barbershop baritones. Barbershop baritones are crazy. They're crazy parts because. Okay, so I'm gonna nerd out a little bit here about barbershop arranging. All right.
Go
This
for
was
it.
so what you have whenever you have a barbershop arrangement is you have functionally two tenors, two basses. You got the tenor part, which is the tenor 1. You've got the lead, which is tenor 2. You've got baritone, bass 1, and then you have the bass, the low bass, bass 2. The lead sings the melody the whole way through. The bass obviously sings the low bass notes of every chord. the tenors sing the high harmony, and then what the baritones do is they sing the inverse of what the lead is singing. So it's the opposite of the melody in order to complete the chord.
Yeah.
It's insane. I've sang baritone. I've sang barbershop baritone before, and it's
brutal.
it's not horrible. It's just
you have to have a mathematical mind for keeping up with baritone parts, which is why I don't like singing it.
We have reached 8:30. Probably going to call it here.
All right. Well,
All
this
right, look at
is
that.
incredible,
That's,
dude.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
That is. I can't describe the book that reminds me of, but it reminds me of a book that I read in like elementary school.
This is, I mean, obviously we're far and away from having it complete, but this is turning out precisely how I was hoping it would. So this is amazing progress, Perp. Thank you so much.
Oh.
And with that, I'm going to thank everybody who came out to hang out with us. Thank you for all our viewers. We hope that we were able to entertain you for this little while that we've been on the air. And thanks for joining. Thanks for chilling. We'll see you
Have a good night.
next week or the week
Love
after.
you all. Adios.
Yeah. Take
See
care,
ya.
folks.